Hello, can you hear me, Kim? Hello. All good. Awesome. Okay, let's see. Hello everyone. Good evening. I hope you can all hear me good. Oh, so great to see all of you here. We're going to start very soon. I'm so excited to see all of you. Hi Lolly, hi Bianca, hi Uli, Davida, Natalie, Cheryl, hi Candace, Carol, hi Max, Sarah. If I miss any one of you, I say hello to everyone. Hi Judy. Judy, you say the sound not great? Is it maybe on your side? Hi Susie. Sound a little soft, but okay. Let me just see if I can maybe just get the sound. If I can, let me just do this. Is it now better, Lolly? Hi Raksha. Okay, I think it's going to sound like you in the loo. Oh my word. But far. Let me just be muted and soft. Just tell me now if it's better. Hi Zelda. Okay, I think we need to start. I hope that you can That's a bit better. Okay. Well, if it's a bit better, then I'm happy. Okay. Good evening to everyone joining. Welcome to this live for this craft along that we are doing for this 12 days before Christmas. It is so exciting to start this off, and we are going to show you quite a lot of nice stuff for the next week or two. So let's get cracking. And I also want to just say that this live and everything and all the equipment, everything is sponsored by Cricut and by Logitech. Thank you, Cricut. Thank you, Logitech. Thank you also to the admins on the group. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Amy. So if you have any questions and I may be missing the question, but I'm sure the admins will all answer. But it's clear. Okay, let's start. Okay, tonight I'm going to show you infusible ink on a sublimation mug. I also want to say that everything that I'm using tonight for this live, you can find on www.secretsale.co.za. You definitely have to go and make a turn on that website. It's got exciting stuff, very good pricing, and also on daily basis or every second day they've got like huge specials. Like the last one was the transfer tape for 15 Rand. I mean, come on, where are you going to get that in any shop? So go to the secret sale. Hi Zelda, hello my friend. So go to the secret sale, and also you can get the neon cutie, which is amazing, beautiful. I just don't have mine here to show it to you, but it is very, very nice. So go to the sale, go and put your stuff in the cart and buy some awesome Cricut goodies. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to use the red infusible ink for the Cricut. You get the small little ones, but then you also get the bigger rolls. So I just want to show you the bigger rolls. So these ones, you can use both of them on any of your Cricut machines. So that being your Joy Extra, your Explore, and also your Maker ranges. The smaller one is actually very nice because it's cut to size for a full wrap. So, and there is 2 sheets inside of this box. Then if you look at the bigger roll, it is obviously a lot bigger, and it's got 2 sheets in. It's 30 and a half by 30 and a half, or in inches 12 by 12. But you can, if you buy these bigger rolls and you only have a Joy Extra or a Joy, you can then cut it to size. So you use your Cricut cutter and you just cut it to size. Tonight we are going to do a full wrap, and I'm going to show you a little bit of stuff on Design Space as well. So this is the mug that I've made already. So you can see it's got a beautiful edge. These mugs you can also get on the secret sale, so please go and buy them. And it's got the wording Merry Christmas on it, and then also the snowflake flakes on the sides. So these wraps you can get on Design Space. There is quite a few different wraps that you can use. Obviously, if you don't want to do a full wrap on your mugs, then you can use the templates on Design Space, and you can then design your own designs on them. But we are going to do this one. I'm just going to put that to the one side. And what do we need? We need obviously our infusible ink. We need our mug for tonight. We need a little lint-free piece of cloth that you get in most of the infusible boxes. You would get this, but if you don't get this, then the next best thing you use is a lint roller. Just want to get mine out of the thing. It is so sticky, so this is important that you use a lint roller to make sure that you're taking off all the lint and all the stuff off the mug, because you don't want your, say for instance you were eating and then you're going to go and craft and you get all the oily stuff onto your mug. That is my mug press going off. Let me just put it on again. So you don't want any finger marks or anything onto your mug that it won't take properly. So it is important either to use this little lint-free cloth or a lint-free roller. I'm just taking off this one thing and you can feel it's quite sticky to do that, just to clean your mug. I won't suggest that you use alcohol on the mug. That can maybe interfere with the infusible ink. Also, what is important is that when you open your infusible mug boxes, it is a trick that I learned, but I haven't done it tonight, is to open it from the bottom. It's easier to open at the bottom than trying to get, you can see I've already torn by getting it out. So your infusible sheets come in this little black film, which you have to cut open. And as I say, in most of them you will get this little lint cloth that you would get as well. And then it also have this little thing that is not there for the beauty of it. It is to keep it dry. So this is very, very important to leave it inside. When you use one of these sheets, the next one you put it back into the sleeve, and you put also this little thing back into it, and then you close it, because it's important that you keep it out of the shiny light, so the light activates these sheets. So keep it in the box and in a dark place if you want to still reuse it. Okay, sorry for that. So I'm just going to take this one out. And also what is important that is that you try and not to touch these infusible sheets too much. Try and just handle it as little as possible, so that you don't put any finger marks or anything onto these sheets, and it will interfere with the burning process. Sorry. It sounds like there's a frog in my throat. And I'm also going to use my brayer. This is the one thing that you can be without. So if you don't have one yet, run to the secret sale and go and buy you one. Also, your weeding tool is important, that we are going to use it. But with the infusible sheets, the easiest way with using and weeding your infusible sheets is actually with your fingers, which we are going to attempt tonight. I see there's a lot of comments going on. I hope I'm not missing anything. But thanks to the admins that's handling that for us. It's awesome. Thank you. Hi, Antoinette. Oh, you're struggling with the internet. Sorry, my friend. Okay, so let's go to our design space. I'm going to switch over to design space. Then when you get your first screen, you would see that you've got, it says hello to you. And if you type in what you want is, if you type in mug design setup, and that would bring up all these kind of mug designs that you can use. And scroll through them, go and see and check them out, because they are amazingly well on all of it. You get this fancy little wraps that you can do. If you scroll down, some of them can give you different edges. It is really, really lovely to go onto each one of them and go and see what there is. Like for instance, when you go into one like this one, you click on it, it then to ask you finish the sizes, and you can then go and select any one of them. Like for instance, you can select the playbook, and that would give you, wow, that's quite nice. Or if you select one, the golf, my hubby is a golfer, so I was looking at this and thought maybe I can make him a nice mug for golf. There's baseball, there's even stars. So that's, you don't really have to design. You can just go and choose from Design Space. That's why we have Design Space. And remember, if you don't have your subscription yet, then it's worth to go and subscribe so that you can have all these wonderful designs. So I'm going to go and find my Christmas mug. So I'm going to type in my Christmas mug. Oops, and I can't spell either. And my Christmas mug, I'm going to, you can type and you can find it anyway. So I'm just going to go to my projects and I'm going to go and open up. I'm going to customize and it will bring up my template. Just want to make it a little bit smaller so that you can see the whole thing. Now I'm just going to take you through all of this so that you understand what you're working with. So the first one, if I'm sliding this away from the template, this is actually what is going to be your sheet that you're going to cut or even going to use for your mug. So that will go onto your template. And also it's important, you all know that you measure first before you start cutting. So you need to make sure that you get either the 11-inch ounces mug or the 12 ounces. And please make sure that your template fit the size that you are going to cut. Because the last thing you want to do is have it cut and it is the wrong size. I have done that over the weekend and I was not very happy with myself. Okay, so this is my template, and which is also important is that you make sure that it is aligned onto the template at the back. So that is actually the carrier sheet that's going to be cut and going to be used to attach it to the mug. So what I'm going to do is on this one is, let me just go. So if you want to change anything on here, I've already got this as sliced. So you can take this one, duplicate it, and then you can contour it. So if you want to take out, let's just hide all of it, and you can then go and select, or you can then go out. Let me just select all of them. I just don't want the Mary. And contouring is quite nice to work with. No, we don't want that, but we want all our stars. So this is the way that you can take the template and you can then add your own, oops, I don't want that little one. And you can add all the stuff here, and then you can add your own wording if you want to. Or change the font and put your own font on it. So I just want to put all of these into there. I just want to show you this, how you can reuse or can change the design of anything when you do the contouring. So if I just leave it like this and I've taken away, if you go out of it, then you can see I've now manipulated some of them and it looks different. So this is the way that you can then contouring that. So I'm just going to take that away and I'm going to bring back my design. And this is a very basic class. It's for beginners. So it's not going to be a complicated one. So I'm just want to align all of it and I'm centering it. And then I'm going to mark it again and I'm going to attach it. So now we got our template is ready. So we're now going to take our mat, and I'm using the blue mat for the Joy Extra. Again, what I do with all my mats when I buy it, I put a little sticker at the top. So I always know that this is the top of my sleeve. So when I take it off, I know that with how weight and how to put it back onto my mat so that I don't put anything else onto it. So we're now going to put, I always like to turn my mat around so that I can start working with the centimeters in the corner. So let me just switch over to the camera so that you can see what I'm doing. So I'm now putting my infusible sheet. I see it's got a little white mark here, but that's okay. I think it will be okay. So I'm putting my infusible sheet down with our brayer. I'm now attaching it to the mat, making sure it fits very tightly onto the mat so that when you do your cutting, it would be perfect. Okay, so that is onto there. And putting it in there, let me just go and make it. Okay, let me show you what it does on the design space. So this is now where you've got, looks like your mat. Oops, that is a bit too much. So because it's the Joy Extra with your Explore and your Maker, obviously you would use your 30 by 30 mat, and that would then, your infusible sheet will then obviously sit at the top. Your Joy Extra will put it on the long side. Okay, what is very important with infusible sheets, with the infusible material that you use, is to mirror on. Now Design Space does switch the mirror on, but I always make sure that I check that my mirror is on. So mirror is on, and it would also tell you that it must be on. I've chosen the infusible sheet, transfer sheet. If you don't know, then you have to, let me just press this mug press, sorry for that, so that it doesn't go off. So this is where you would change your material settings. So you can go into the drop down. I've got a few bookmarked, but if it's not there, then you go to browse all materials, and you would see that this is all materials, or you can even have your bookmark, and you would search by typing in infusible, and you would search for it. Oh, and that would be, if you can spell properly, Soria. And then mine is bookmarked, and it shows the little green arrow, or the green envelope or ribbon. And that's the one that I'm choosing for this. Okay, then your pressure, default, you can change it to more. I prefer to cut my infusible sheets on the more setting. I just find it is a little bit better. This will also tell you to load your tools and material, and then we would then load it onto the machine. Let me change it back to the camera so you can see what I'm doing. I'm sliding it under the little things against the roller. Just move my iPad away that it doesn't bump. So it's reading the mat. And then it will, sometimes I forget that it is a Joy Extra. I'm sitting and waiting for the button to flash. But you have to go on to Design Space, and you have to press the go button for it to start. So I'm pressing the go button. Karen, yes, I definitely agree with you. It is worth just buying Cricut consumables. I only buy Cricut consumables. I don't buy anything else. I just find I don't have so much wastage, and the material is of such a good quality that you cannot go wrong. And Cricut has spoiled us so much with bringing in out these amazing printable iron-ons and printable vinyls and magnetic sheets and all that kind of stuff. It is very, very nice. So I hope you ladies have already started thinking about your projects that you are going to do, that you are going to make, and then also post and show us all what you come up with. So this thing is now cutting. It is taking a while because it is quite an involved one. So let me just quickly also remind you of a few things. So as you all know that today is the first day of this festive craft along, we're all so excited to be part of it. There's going to be 5 live classes, 5 projects that you can print out at home and use as a guide. And then on the Fridays, there will be flash challenges. The challenges will go live at 6 a.m. and you only have until midnight that day to submit your entry. So ladies, please be aware. So on a Friday, it's coming out at 6 o'clock in the morning. So there's 2 Fridays coming up. Make sure that you see what the challenge is. And then you only have till midnight that specific Friday to submit your entry. Any projects you make which is inspired by the 10 project enters you into the competition. So the more you enter, the more you post, the more you get entries into the competition. And please make sure that you use the hashtag #GetFestive with Cricut SA to enter your projects. So we're looking forward to seeing all of the Infusible Ink mugs after tonight's class. But if you don't have a mug press, please don't worry about it. Just take a normal mug and do the same design that you would have wanted to do on with an infusible sheet and cut it from vinyl. There's so beautiful vinyls out there, especially the textured and the metallic ones. You can make beautiful projects with just a normal mug and use vinyl on it. Or even if you want to do a bottle, that is also welcome. Yes, Kim, we are ready for the flash challenges, for sure, we're ready. So just again, remember the secret sale. Go and see all the lovely stuff that's on there. See, this thing is almost there. And then what we're also going to use tonight, and I use a lot of this, is my heat tape. Remember, ladies, you cannot use any other tape. You can't use sellotape. You will have quite a mess if you do that. So I use a lot of these heat tape. I will show you how I attach it to the mug to give you good coverage and to eliminate also ghosting on your mugs. But that we're going to do in a sec. Oh, I see Kumal is also here. Hi, Kumal. It's nice to see all the comments coming up, and everybody is enjoying the class. But I can't wait to see all your designs after this. Yeah, we're still waiting for Kim's special project, Zelda. I think we're all waiting for that. Okay, I'm almost done. The website for the secret sale is www.secretsale.co.za. Okay, we're almost there, ladies. Thanks, Lolly. So I hope everyone had a wonderful Monday. It was a little bit of a blue Monday on my side, for sure. Okay, it's finished. So on Design Space, it would say complete, and I press unload. So how do you take it off? The one thing that is very important with infusible sheets is that you roll it off your mat, because you don't want your thing to go cuckoos and all over the show. So turning it around and rolling it off your mat is the best way to take any material off your sticky mat. So I'm just rolling it off. This mat is still very sticky. There we go. And remember to put your sleeve back onto your mat when you're done. I'm going to close my thing and just turn it around. So then what you do is, I like to just do it and roll it a little bit, and also that would crack it a bit. I will do it to the one side and also to the other side, just to loosen it a little bit. And then I will start taking away the excess. And you can hear it cracks quite nicely. You can use your weeding tool by all means if you feel that you want to, but it is actually very nice to take it out with your fingers. So I'm going to start taking out the little bolletjies first. And it's quite a lot of weeding to do. And you can see it actually comes out very nicely. Just make sure that when there's anything that you want left behind, that you carefully pull it away. So as I say, you can use your weeding tool. Okay, don't want to push that one out. Just want to take that one, and there we go. And there's the Christmas trees. And then on this side, we've got this little bolletjies. Just want to keep an eye on my mug press that it doesn't go off, because then it takes a little bit longer to put it on again, or to heat it up. So let me just do this one. Okay, so now we can start here with the wording, and this is quite a nice one that is all together, and it comes, you pull it away quite nicely. Here we go. Just want to make sure that I don't lose the insides of my wording, my letters. And you can see it is Mug Press, don't go off. You can see it's so easy to do it with your fingers. There we go. Oops, missed that little body key. And then we're going to start here and pulling away. Oh, it feels nice to do this. It's so satisfactory. Yeah, lovely. And there's one or two that you can then take your weeding tool and just lift it up. So I hope you already started planning your Christmas, because it is around the corner. There we go, that one is done. So let me just check if I got everything there. Yes, that side is all. And then only this side. And then we are done. Oops, this one is a little bit tight. Let me just use my weeding tool. Because I don't want to lose that. There we go. So always keep your weeding tool close by as well, because you can still make use of it. So when you crack it, it comes off quite nicely. And it means it's so nicely. There we go. Voila! All done. Let me just put an eye to it and see if everything is off. Didn't miss any of it. Okay, so now we're ready for our mug. And I just want to find my little, I'm just going to clean it. There we go. And then we're going to attach. So what I do is I make sure that I put my mug center towards me. So I put my little ear center towards me. And I'm going to then center the middle of the mug cut. So round about here. I'm going to center it in line with the handle of the mug. And then I'm going to pull it towards me. And make sure that I press it down with the sticky side of the transfer tape. Then what I normally do is I would then start taking the one side off again, because it's now attached there. So I want to make sure that I press this down very, very tightly onto the mug, because the more you get it fixed straight to the mug, the more your coverage is going to be more of a better coverage than if it's not. So I just roll it with my fingers and I then attach it and make sure it is attached on this side. Then I'll go to the other side. I will then just, you can just, with a weeding tool, just bring it back, because remember I've done that side already. So I just want to pull it back onto the mug And with your fingers, just go and with a little product, but with pressure, just press it onto the mug so that you've got the coverage. And you always would find that there could be ghosting on the sides here, and I will show you now what I do with that as well. Okay, so my mug is then ready for that. I would then take my heat tape, sorry, not my transfer tape, and on the edges, I would then make sure that I would attach my tape very tightly on the edges. So I would use like 3 strips on either side, and I find that that gives me better coverage and less ghosting. Okay, so that's that side. Now I'm just going to do the other side as well. And it is important that you make sure that your design is on correctly. The last thing you want is that you put it in the mug press, it comes out of the mug press, and I promise you that happens to you already. And then your design is upside down. So again, I'm just putting 3 strips on the edge. And then what I also do is, you can see here that it is away from the mug. And I would then just make sure that I attach more of these tape on the edge. And yes, it is using a lot of tape, but for me it's better than using a lot of tape than having a mug that didn't come out nicely, especially if you want to gift it to somebody. So I just make sure that I put enough tape on the mug. And then I will do the bottom as well. You can just see I'm pushing it down. And there we go. We are ready to put this into the mug press. So let me just move the mug press towards us so you can also see that. So this is the mug press. I just want to move that away. So your mug press has got lights at the top. It's got a button that will go green when it's ready. The whole mug press is not so hot that you can't touch it. You can touch your mug press. Just please don't touch the inside because that is extremely hot. So I would then use, just want to find my paper. What you can use is butcher's paper. Let me just see, where did I put my butcher's paper? There we go. So this comes in the roll, in the box, especially the bigger ones. Don't throw this away. I use this just to put it around my mug, so I would then fold it the size of the mug. So I would fold it in the middle and then around the mug. And and then you grab it onto the handle. And then you would slide it into your mug press. Please don't touch the inside of it. So I just need to move that out of it so you can see more of it. Okay, and then we're going to push it down and close it. And that would start doing the burning into the sublimation mug. So infusible sheet needs to be activated with a lot of heat, and that's why you need a mug press. Okay, awesomeness. So let me just see. Oh yeah, Kim, make sure that your design is the right way up. Learn from our mistakes. That is so true. Also, when you do any mugs, you have to be in a very good ventilated area because the infusible gives off a smell because it is chemically put together. So the ink is chemically. So always make sure that you're in a ventilated area, or you put the fan on so that you don't get all those fumes in your face. Okay. Sheet where it has been cut. Yes, that's right, Natalie. Also, you slide it underneath and that comes, you can lift it up. I can actually see the fumes coming out of the mug press. Okay, with this project. And then when your mug is finished, when the mug press is done, it takes about 5 to 10 minutes with the lights. Then please do not touch this mug. I know tonight we don't have a lot of time to sit and wait until the mug is cooled down properly or totally. So I'm going to work very carefully with it to take the wrapping off. But the best is that if you've got the time to put it one side, put it on your heat resistant mat that you use for your easy press. Put it on there, put it one side, let it cool off totally before you take your wrapping off. But tonight we are pressed for time. Okay, I'm going to do it. Okay, that's 3 little lights gone. So don't forget about the rest of the live classes. I can't wait to do it. I am flying back home. I'm in Joburg at the moment with hubby, and I'm flying back tomorrow morning to Cape Town to my own home. So I will definitely be on the live tomorrow night. Can't wait. It's going to be exciting. Okay. It's on the 4th light, so there's just 1 light left, then we are done. Oh, and also just note that these mugs, the Cricut mugs, you also get them in the stackable mugs, eh? Those ones are beautiful. I saw some that Uli made, or was it Uli's place yesterday, that she made the stackable mugs. Beautiful. It's so nice to do that and also give it as a gift, especially now with Christmas time. Some people do immerse it into water. Karen, we do it at HobbyX when we want to, especially when you want to give the gift of the mug back to the client who's been waiting for it. Then we do put it in the water just to cool it off quicker. So you can do that as well, yes. Yes, Lisa, the stackables are beautiful. I still have a few stackables that I still need to decide what my design's going to be on them and make them for my kitchen. So if there's any questions about the infusible sheets, you are so welcome to ask. So also the ones that, what I do is these little stuff that is left over, you can also just cut it and keep it one side, but please don't let it lie open in the light. If you do want to keep a piece of this, because what I would do, oh, it's done. I would cut these ones just off there, and then I would keep this little part, and you can use them for small designs and also for layering onto mug or onto 100% polyester material if you want to make a shirt or something. So you can also do that, but don't put them just outside. You have to put them back into the black little sleeve so that the light doesn't activate it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's true, Lolly. We are going to run that risk, but tonight we are going to try and do that. So I'm going to take out the mug. I'm going to just push my mug press one side and switch it off. And you can see how we did do the heat. You can use this again, so don't throw it away. Just use it again and again. And the butcher's paper, you can also buy the Cricut butcher's paper. So now we are going to try and take this tape off. Again, just take it, don't touch the mug because it is very hot. So we're just taking that one and we're going to try and see if we can get the bottom one done all the way. Oh, wow. And this is always the exciting part, is to open it up and see the design and see how nice it came out. So I'm just using my weeding tool, just pulling it away because it is very, very hot, ladies. And the last thing you want to do is burn yourself. And this is also not preferably to be used with children that they burn themselves. So whenever you want to use the infusible mugs and children is nearby, it is advisable to use then heat gloves. And here we go. Oh wow, look at that. That came out so nicely. Very, very nice. Let me just try and, oops, there's a little star. And it all taken so beautifully. And it is very shiny as well. And then you know that the ink has infused onto the mug. That is very, very nice. So again, the mug is still very hot, and you can see that the color is now almost gone. You cannot use this again. Unfortunately, it's not. It's one press, one down, one gone, and that's it. And then you need to throw this away. Okay, awesome. There we are, ladies. This is the mug, And now it is up to you to come up with your designs and start posting them. So I hope you enjoyed the class. I hope that you've learned something or just a reminder of how to do it. And the more you do it, the more you enjoy it. And thank you for being with me. Thank you for taking the time out to watch the live. Also, you can go back if you haven't watched the whole live. It is available to check again afterwards. Thank you, Kim. Thanks to the admin. Thanks to every beautiful lady that was here. And I hope to see you all on the lives for the rest of the craft alongs. And thanks, Kim, for organizing it for us and giving us the opportunity to do these lives every night and make beautiful projects. Love and leave you, and God bless. Bye.